Hello fellow movie fans, I am Torstein from Cinema Terror. Today I'm checking out a relatively new supernatural horror film coming all the way from the Philippines called Tragic Theater. The story of Tragic Theater is based on a book by author G.M. Coronel, who also did do the screenplay for this movie. His book is again based on the 1981 tragedy of the Manila Film Center. If you don't know, a tragic accident happened during the building of this film center that left at least 169 workers buried under quick-drying cement. The building has been rumored to be haunted for quite some time, and that was something Coronel utilized in his novel. I have not read the book, but the story of the movie is as follows. A young lady named Annie, played by Andy Eigenmann, is seeking help from her old friend, the priest Father Nilo, played by John Estrada. Annie is working on starting to restore the film center and needs his help to free the captured spirits that are haunting the place. Father Nilo gathers his crew of exorcists and brings Annie in with them while they try to reason with the spirits. Can they rid the film theater of the spirits, or will they become the next doomed to roam the film theater forever? You will have to watch Tragic Theater to find out.
Napansamantalang sumanib sa aking katawan at gamitin ang aking pananalita.
Nandiyan na sila.
Tragic Theater is a bit of a frustrating film. The backstory is interesting, and making this film theater haunted is a good start for a great story. They do also present some underlying themes in the film, but the problem is that everything is just done too amateurish. The attempts of setting up a scary atmosphere become silly, and it doesn't help that they use poor CGI either. If you make a supernatural horror film and don't have the money to create computer effects, then go back to the drawing board and come up with some practical ways to do the scares instead. The narration is poor and cluttered, changing between the now and the past by telling the backstory of the priest Nilo and Annie. I understand why they did it, but it sadly just doesn't work in execution. I can't see anyone getting creeped out at all by this film, as the possession/exorcism scenes are nearly comedic. I was also taken out a bit by how the characters suddenly started to speak in English. It made zero sense, and at times they start a sentence out in the native language before switching over to English at the end of it. I can't say that I've seen that before and don't know if that's a thing in Filipino cinema now, but I find it to be very distracting.
Actually, busy nga ako ngayon eh. Nagtatrabaho ako sa Department of Tourism. Kaya ko ho kayo tinawagan.
Wow, I'm glad to hear that. Wala ka pa bang plan mo settle down?
They strive to add emotion to the movie, and on paper things sounded good. But it doesn't matter if you have good ideas for a character if you reduce her by making her do insanely stupid decisions. Not only once.
Bibitaw. Huwag ka bulang bilang tradisyon natin.
Paano ko papatay yung telepono ko kung hindi ako bibitaw?
But twice. It's hard to get that attached to a character when you have her do idiotic actions as a way to forward the plot. And I'm not sure about this, but I think that some characters just disappeared during the film. Perhaps a lot of this might be to blame on the fact that Coronel also did the script, as he introduced too much stuff in his film without being able to give us a satisfying conclusion to any of it. It's easier to tackle several topics in a book as it's longer, and the transition over to screenplay in this film did not work that well in my opinion. All negative things aside, Tragic Theater did win a lot of awards in some country, and there's no denying the will and effort to try to create an enjoyable film. Tragic Theater is a bit underwhelming for me. It had potential by all means, but the execution leaves too much to be desired. This is actually a film I would not be against getting a remake, regardless if it would be an American or an Asian one. I wouldn't really recommend this to anyone, even the diehard fans of Asian horror films. Tragic Theater gets a low score of 2 out of 5. That was my review of Tragic Theater. Have any of you seen this or other new horror films from the Philippines? I'd welcome any recommendations, so feel free to go nuts in the comment section below. Please do subscribe for more reviews like this in the future, and as always, thank you for watching.